1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, infinity. Part 2. I recently took offense when a close friend shared words that I felt were both anti-equality and spiteful, and after pointedly but politely calling him out on the matter, I decided to incorporate the theme of advancing equality in a letter to my son and to tuck my thoughts on the matter in the birthday card I sent to him. What follows is part 2 of 7 segments of my birthday epistle to my elder of 2 children and the father of my grand one. 4 generations back, your great-great-grandparents came into this world circa 1860, a time when chattel slavery, the owning of another human being and that person's descendants in perpetuity as property, was legal in the U.S. of A, a land our founders declared was conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. We aren't, of course. All men meant all white property Christian males, WPCM, a very small subset of all. We are all products of our time, our prejudice, our scope of experience, and size of our hearts, and though the pendulum of progress swings back and forth, certainly we here in the USA have seen great strides forward. Your 1860s great-great-grandparents entered a world where chattel slavery was so entrenched that the bloodiest war in U.S. history was fought in order to cease and desist the states' rights of WPCM owning black people. Sadly, even to this day, there are still many who contend that a war between the states was fought over the concept of states' rights rather than addressing the particular state right that drove us to war. A shining example of parsing the truth as opposed to proclaiming it. A war was fought and an amendment to the U.S. Constitution created. An amendment, ironically enough for those who actually believe in numerology, whose number is 13. Section 1 of Amendment 13 states, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime whereof the parties shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Our 13th was ratified December 6, 1865, and was a monumental step forward in bringing to life Jefferson's words concerning equality. Of course, human nature seems to trend towards repression, and so it is that despite the 13th Amendment, the 14th was added July 9, 1868. Amendment 14, I'm sure you recall, deals with due process, an amendment warranted because the citizens and residents of our great nation were both violators and violated concerning due process, especially those who were dark of skin and or arrived in our great welcoming land with tongues ill-fitted for speaking English. Seeing the need to make our founders' great words come to life, the 14th states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. As this one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind became law July 9th, 1868, just as the 1860s are drawing to a close, let us move forward to your great-grandparents, my grandparents, herein referred to as GGPs.